Alright, so I realized that I don't really have a video on my channel showing what the car looks like now. But this is my car. This is a 2014 Dodge Challenger RT Shaker. Has a shaker package on there. It is a 6-speed manual. Let me show you. On a Raptor, well, I didn't. I had Accessory Solutions in Ottawa wrap it. The car is originally pitch black with red accent interior. So it's wrapped in highlighter yellow. The hood, the roof, and the trunk are wrapped in a gloss black. The shaker is obviously wrapped in the highlighter yellow. I wanted the kind of quote unquote like the Nickelodeon splash, but with the word Mopar written in there with the M, and that is what the design that Dan had came up with was this. Originally, I had gotten from Mopar Muscle, or from American Muscle, I got for the back windows, I got the side windows. They come in black, they're the American flags, and recently I had him change it to the same highlighter yellow. Definitely stands out way better. Also, I noticed in a lot of pictures, and sometimes, when it started getting a little darker at car shows, it was hard to read the Mopar in this black because it was all black letters, but with a real thin line of the silver. You can't even, even in this picture right now, you can't even make out that it goes black, yellow, silver, and then black. So you can't even see the silver. So that's what I was meaning. So he ended up putting a yellow stripe on there also, and it brought the words out massively, and you can read it. It just, to me, it looks sick. I love it. And then I had the American Muscle windshield banner that I had gotten, but I could never get the thing correctly, straight or anything. So he changed it to the American is in the same silver, and the yellow has the muscle in there. And then he put a banner on there, a 6-inch basically visor of dark tint, so that way the sun wasn't blasting my eyes. And then after he did that, he ended up putting this yellow stripe going across the windshield, and then he came right back around with it on here, and then the same thing around the shaker. And then he cut it out. I believe that's cut out. I don't know. Let me see. Nope, that's actually a vinyl. So there's a pinstripe that goes all the way around. Goes down, comes around the pillar, and then it goes back to the yellow, goes across the hood, does the same thing, goes back around. And then the same for the business name of the company that did it. It's American or Accessory Solutions, also in the silver and the yellow. And then he added one more back here, and then there's the what do you call it, one right here, and then on the other side also I put the grill that goes all the way across. So it's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like 7 or 8 metal bars that go all the way across. It covers both lights. And then on the very bottom, down at the bottom grill, here we might be able to, let's get this garage door open. So, and then at the very bottom, down here, we have the Challenger and then the RT badge. To me, that looks way better down there, more uniform. And then on the inside, we ended up, there's not much been done to the inside. We ended up putting the Challenger and the shaker right here on the door. I added also, so the steering wheel, I put a little cover on there, says Dodge. And then the only actual hard work that I've actually, like, big major changes that I've done is the shifter. So a stock shifter is a pistol grip, and it's a 6-speed transmission. But it's kind of a long throw, and because of the way I sit in here, when I was sitting in the car, this is the way that I sit when I'm in here. It's like, this is the most comfortable when I'm driving. So that pistol grip, you know, it's like just like a pistol. So it was right here, but when I would go forward, I would punch sometimes, you know, like you were getting on it, or if you were trying to, you know, shift faster than, you know, than casual. I noticed I would smack my hands on the temperature or the climate control buttons, and then when I was pulling back, I would smack on the back of the center console. So I ended up getting with a company called Barton. They make a short throw shifter for the, and I believe these are called T60 or T6060 or something like that transmissions. So they're not just in Dodges, they're also, I ran into someone who had one in a Mustang. Another, I've seen videos where some guy had a really sick Boss, I don't know if it's Boss, but it was a Saline, the Saline version of the GT500 or whatever, and it had the same transmission. So that's how I ended up ordering one of these, because I figured, well, if it could be in those really fast cars, then it should be for here. So this is a Barton short throw shifter, and basically it's like, that's as far forward as it can go right here, and then literally that's it. It's already in the bottom gear, you know. So you got first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then sixth. You know, like, my arm is barely moving, so technically you could rest yourself right on the center console. Just use your 2 fingers and go first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. You don't even have to actually pick your arm up if you didn't want to, you know. So it definitely made life way easier. It made the car quicker. Because it's a stick, the performance pages are on here, but you can't access them. So I can't, like, put a different key in here, you know, like the different colors. I can't access some of the stuff that the automatics can. And also because there's no way for the computer, you know, like if you had launch control or anything, there's no way for the computer to know when I'm going to shift, because it's not the computer doing the shifting. So a lot of the things that you don't get to use, you know, kind of sucks. But one really awesome thing, whoever ordered this car, because that's another thing I found out, is that in 2014, to get one of the shakers, one of the 2000 that they made, because this is number 1195, comes with a badge on the dash. Out of 2000, this is number 1195 that they made in America. You couldn't just go to the dealership and it would just be sitting there and you could just buy it. It wasn't like a high production vehicle. They only made 2,000 of these, and not all of them were the same color or anything like that. So you had to custom order it. Well, I had the sheet here. I believe it's either in the trunk or it's in the glove box, but it's the original window sticker of the build sheet that we also found in the back, that has everything that was done to this car when that guy ordered when it got brought out. And one of the cool things is that This has the what do they call it? The is it the Super Track Pack or the Track Pack? It's got 392 or 393 or 392 rear end. It's posi traction. Um, I don't have the covers on here, the powered by SRT, but I did find out that in 2014, the top of the line Challenger at that time in 2014 was the SRT. Then it was the Shaker. Then it was the TA. Then the RT. Uh, and I believe it's, I don't know if they had the GT then or the other one, which are both the GT, and one of the others is the V6 Ford version. But this is the 5.7. But anyway, it had all the upgrades done to it. Like the guy ordered everything, so it would be like kind of like a SRT without it being an SRT. You know, so it has a live active suspension. So there's times where this thing bottoms out because it's already sitting so low to the ground that it squats itself down when you're getting on it. You know, I mean, it came with 17 speakers in this car. There's literally 17 speakers in this car. There's 2 amps in this car, stock from the factory. There's 1 amp right over here. The other amp's right over there. The amp that's over here powers all the speakers that are up here in this section of the car. And there's an amp right here that powers the rest of them, including a 12-inch sub that is sitting on the back dash that came stock. And then there was a stock 12-inch sub that was in the spare tire well, inside the spare tire. When they traded this in, obviously they took the one that was in the spare tire. They probably would have took the other if they knew it was there. But they left the power wire and everything, or not power, but speaker wires there, and they just capped them off. So I bought one of those kicker boxes of a 12-inch, stuck it back there, plugged it right in, you know, so there's still 17 speakers in this car. I mean, it has an amazing sound system in this car. It sounds amazing. It also, you know, if you do the open close thing, it has a DVD player in here. I mean, honestly, I don't know why you would need a DVD player in the front. I could see on the back of the seats or something. Why would you need a DVD player here? But it literally has a DVD player in this car. Stock from the factory. You know, the, I forget what they call this, but, you know, it'll play MP3, WMA, JPEGs, hard disk. It's got Sirius XM satellite. You know, it's got built-in navigation. I'm trying to think what else. It has the aux cord. It has Bluetooth on the front. I mean, there's so much stuff that is on this car. It almost seems to me like, why is that on a muscle car or a sports car? But whatever, you know. I'm not going to complain. It has a automatic or auto tinting powered rear view mirror. So if someone comes behind you with bright lights, it automatically dims. It's, you know, you got your sunglass holder obviously, but it also comes with a 3-button. So my front garage is on the 1 button. When I do get a garage for opener for this one, I can put it on another button. You know, both the driver and the passenger have you know, the luxury rear, you know, or visor mirrors with the lights and everything. It does have the, you know, the sunroof will go up and then it will also come back down and slide all the way fully back. Trying to think. I mean, this car has a lot of luxury. Heated seats, leather seats. You know, some people don't like the leather or whatever, but I do. I guess the only thing that would be even cooler would be heated steering wheel, but I don't drive when it's cold, so I don't have to worry about that. It stays in here until it's really nice outside. Power windows, power locks, cruise control, tilt. So just about every option that you could get is on this car. Like I said, and it came with, they put aftermarket pedal covers on there. It's the silver with the little dots all over it, the little rubber boots. I got the Challenger, front and back Challenger, it says Challenger right on it, mud flaps, or the floor mats. Trying to think. Oh, it has a really cool feature. So obviously I don't have launch control and access to any of the performance things, but one of the pages that it will let you access is you can come to a stop sign or a stoplight or a stop anywhere on the road, right? And you can go scroll through the menu real quickly and you can get it to where it's 0 to 60 timer. And you can actually get this thing to tell you what your 0 to 60, from a launch dig. It'll tell you the time it took you from start to stop, so. Like I said, some people, they dog on them because they're not a Hellcat or a Demon, but this car is, I think this car is sick. I love this car. And then also, because it came from Texas, it's got the 5% tint. Now that it is illegal here, but I think it's because I look like an old dude, because I am an old dude, that the cops don't really pull you over and mess around with you as much. Probably because most of the cops around the whole area, they have seen me in this car, and a lot of the times, unless I'm cruising down the road, this window's down anyway, because sometimes, I just like to have the wind blowing in my face, so. Yeah, this is my car. Oh, and we named the car Mantis because the day that it got wrapped, we took it over to a buddy's house, and a praying mantis landed on the shaker. And it stayed there for a while. I mean, we were patting it. I mean, it did move a little bit, but not much, but, it didn't fly away. And then eventually it did fly away, and we went back inside, and the kids were still outside, and the kids decided to come running back in. They were like, "Hey, Dad, your buddy Mantis is back." And I kind of looked at the wife at that moment, and I was like, I love that name. That sounds awesome. Because I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but in my eyes, let's see if I can get it to do it the right way. So I think I gotta take you guys off this thing. Hold on one second. So at a certain angle, like that, right about there, in a small way, it's got a big fat wide head with two eyeballs on either side, looking like a praying mantis. So in my mind, that's perfect. And anyway, we got this, this is the new barn that we got, new barn shed. So it's got the barn style roof on there. It is 16 foot wide, 28 foot long. When you add my garage that I have on the other side, once I knock down that wall and connect the two, it will be 16 foot wide here. It is, eventually that garage over there will be attached to the house. So technically that will be, let's see, I believe we measured it. It will be 32 foot wide there for the length of from the house to the end of the concrete right here, this pad. So you're talking 32 by, I think it was 32 by 30 wide. So 30 deep, 32 feet wide. And then this section here, we're leaving this plane right here. It is just going to be attached to the garage. This is 28 feet long. So you figure 30 plus 28. That's a 50 foot long garage that, I mean, technically speaking, this one alone, I could fit a Dodge Challenger and my Harley in here. And it comes with a 14 foot long loft as well. So you got the loft for storage up here. And it's 14 feet long, and I'm not ducking at all, you know. That's pretty dang high walls. I mean, I'm reaching up to it, you know, so. And then this is our pretty, it's a 2017, it's a Ultra. Harley-Davidson. It's got the 107 on there. Dang, look at it, just glistening. And yet, to me, it's dirty. But it's just glistening in here. Love that color blue. This thing is freaking amazing. I love this bike. Best freaking bike I ever bought in my life. You know, got a phone holder. It does come with its own personal phone holder. Like you can press the button. Oop, there you go. It does have that, you know, where you got the USB and you're supposed to be able to slide your phone in there. But unless you have a cover on your, or if you have a cover on your phone, it's not going to work. But it's all, you know, LED touchscreen. Got the big cup holder. You know, the one for the passenger. It's got dual speakers here, dual speakers there. I do have the lower fairings, you know, the highway bars in there and everything. It came with a really nice, I guess you want to call it like a pocket, I don't know, a trunk lid organizer or whatever. But I mean, that holds so much. And then pretty deep in here. And then, you know, also I've noticed that sometimes that the bass from these, you know, comes out of this port into this area and creates it like a boom box, you know. So yeah, got the lights, got the Reinhardt tips came on it. I like the way the new saddlebags open. It's just one little finger action. You got one little lever. You just flip it up, and the whole thing just comes open. You know. Oh yeah, you can see the dirt right there. She's dirty. She needs to get cleaned. It's that time of year. It's starting to get nice out, so you know, I got the little bit of a tinted windshield on there. Got the halos for the lights. Yeah, the bike is freaking gorgeous. Love this thing. And I love this car. So, yep. Anyway, that is Mantis as of 2025. This is what she's looking like. And then I am doing the Dixie horn, air horn upgrade. So most of it's there. It's up inside there. The compressor is in the trunk, and the horns are sitting down here underneath. I got a button up inside there for it. But one of the horns had broken during install, so we got to get a new one. They did send another kit, but unfortunately we realized, or I realized, that does not say Dixie. That is the La Cucaracha. That's not the same horn. So, yeah, we ain't putting that one on there. But yeah, other than that, yep, there's a little update on the car. For anyone, you know, comes to the channel and realizes that I have a picture of that yellow car in the background. That's the same car that's in the videos that is all black. It's also the same one that is the red, silver, white, black camoed that was on there. That's originally how I bought it when I got it from the dealership. So I want to put all that stuff on there. So, and then we got the old what happens in the garage stays in the garage. We got the American flag, got the Marine Corps American flag again, and then my Dodge flag. So eventually this summer, or hopefully right before the summer, it would be really nice to get a real ramp here. Like I said, the car sits so low that, I mean, believe it or not, that is 12 inches. It's a hell of a drop. So right now the only thing we have to be able to get the car in and out and the bike in and out is the tailgate that is for my trailer. So we need to get a new one here pretty soon. Get a real one, you know, like me personally, I think if it was like cement from here to about here, you know, like maybe this first rung. If it was that wide and all cement, but not at this angle, you know, like I don't want it to be that steep. I would like it to be, you know, come out a little bit wider, so go across and maybe bottom out like out here. Like if this thing could be like 8 or 9 feet, or even if you did like an 8 foot, I believe that is close to like 5. So if we go like 8 feet out, then it won't be at such an angle. It'll be more straight. And then that way I won't scrape, because believe it or not, I scrape all the time with this car and it's just gnarly. Such a crazy sound inside that car. It sounds like you're breaking something. And really all it is the transmission mount. There's a couple of bolts the way that it is that stick out a little bit lower. So when you go bottom out, you literally hit. And it sucks. So, but alright, you know, have a good weekend. That's the update on the car. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll have the video of the rest of the stuff for the that we're going to be doing, the stringers and putting the post holders, securing them in and trying to get wall painted. So, alright, talk to y'all later.